Some places make you feel like you've stepped into a completely different world. Sentosa is one of those places. Welcome to Universal Studios and the SEA Aquarium. Today, I'm taking you through two spots that couldn't be more different. One is loud, fast, and packed with energy. The other is quiet, mesmerizing, and kind of magical in its own way. After taking breakfast, we were on our way to Sentosa. Even though it was a rainy day, it was still filled with a lot of visitors. Stepping into Universal Studios Singapore feels like walking into a giant movie set. It's exciting, but also, if you're like me, kind of overwhelming at first. But once you ease into it, it's pretty amazing how each section makes you feel like you're inside a different world. This is the entrance of Universal Studios, and it feels like stepping onto a movie set. The palm trees, vintage cars, and classic Hollywood vibes set the scene for what's to come. Next up is New York, featuring a mini skyline in one of the park's most famous rides, the Transformers 3D. I'll be honest, I almost skipped it because of the long line, but it was worth it. If you like fast-paced rides without actual drops, this one is a solid choice. That was definitely a very thrilling ride. At about lunchtime, I got hungry, so I decided to stay at Starbucks and do a little work. Along the way, you'll also see interesting mascots from famous movies, like this from Despicable Me. Next stop, Sci-Fi City, home to the roller coaster. If you love speed, you'll want to ride the Battlestar Galactica. This might be my favorite part visually. Ancient Egypt. It's dramatic, it's a little intimidating, and it features movie themes like Revenge of the Mummy. I love all the architectural details here, and it seems quite fascinating that this is what ancient Egypt looked like. I was not able to try the rides here because I was running out of time, but enjoying the architecture of this place was already enough for me. If you grew up in Jurassic Park, this area is fun to explore. As a kid, I remembered watching the Jurassic Park movies, and this place definitely brought nostalgia. There are several rides here that you can enjoy, including this water ride that gives you a splash, and the canopy flyer that gives you a bird's eye view. Along the way, I then discovered this secret entrance that leads you to the water world. The first thing you notice when you step into the water world arena is the set. It looks massive, like you've walked straight into a post-apocalyptic movie scene. A theatrical presentation is then performed by actors. It's a full-blown cinematic experience. Last stop, far, far away. Shrek's castle is located here, and I think it's one of the prettiest sights in the park. To be honest, I haven't watched the Shrek movies, but this was a very wonderful place. There are also several rides and cafes in here. We decided to rest after a long day of walking, and we grabbed some ice cream. I got really exhausted easily in this trip because I slept late the night before. If you're visiting theme parks, always remember to get a good night's rest the night before. We just spent the remaining time strolling around and taking lots and lots of pictures. Universal Studios Singapore was an adventure from start to finish. From heart-pounding attractions to immersive worlds, every corner had something exciting. The energy, the music, the atmosphere, it all made the experience unforgettable. By the end of the day, we were exhausted but happy, already thinking about when we'd come back for another adventure. After a day of roller coasters and explosions, today felt like the perfect time to slow down. Instead of loud crowds and adrenaline, we traded it for something quieter, an underwater world where time seems to pause. Welcome to SEA Aquarium in Sentosa. Here, the ocean feels closer than ever. The moment you step in, everything shifts. It's quiet as the sound of water and the occasional gasp from people spotting something incredible. Schools of fish glide effortlessly, and for a second, you forget you're in a theme park. I've never been to an ocean park before, so I'm just completely mesmerized in here. Especially when I saw this huge tank filled with different kinds of fish. Along the way, there are also tiny aquariums where you can view different species of underwater creatures. This is one of my favorite parts. I don't know what it is about jellyfish, but they're hypnotizing. They just float. No rush, no effort, just existing. Makes you wonder why we humans are always in such a hurry. Then there's this. The open ocean habitat, a massive viewing panel where manta rays, sharks, and huge schools of fish move together like a living painting. You could sit here for hours, and honestly, I kind of wanted to. Our day at SEA Aquarium was a complete shift, calm, quiet, and almost hypnotic. It was the kind of place that makes you slow down and just watch. A peaceful escape, a moment to breathe, and the perfect way to end our Sentosa adventure. As we wind down, we then got this cute souvenir to cherish our memories here. After the park, we took a slow stroll around Sentosa, letting the rush fade into something more peaceful. The beaches there, surprisingly calm, soft waves, golden sand, and just enough breeze to make us want to stay a little longer. But like all great days, this one had to end. As we made our way home, tired but happy, we knew one thing for sure. This wouldn't be our last trip here. From the thrills of Universal Studios to the calming depths of SEA Aquarium, Singapore was a whirlwind of adventure. Check out my other videos to view our trip in Singapore City. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button and subscribe. See you again in my next video. Bye!